Guys, so thank you so much for Aaron for inviting me on to do his Storytime Saturday, and thank you to Seaport Speaks for tagging me in the Twitter post and referencing me to come on and join. I'm really happy to have the opportunity. So quickly about me before I go into what I want to talk about. My name is Luke. I have my own YouTube channel about language learning and my experiences learning a few languages so far, and how I'm trying to keep on improving and what I'm learning as I'm going along. So at the moment my channel is mostly focused on learning Mandarin Chinese because that's what my current goal is. I'm living here in Taiwan. So yeah, thank you so much for inviting me on, and what I wanted to talk about today was ever since I've joined Taiwan, I've been involved in a lot of volunteer work and joining some organisations here, when it's given me quite a wide variety of places and opportunities to use Chinese in quite unique settings that I wanted to talk a bit about today, and to kind of encourage everyone, if you do get the opportunity to live abroad or you can go to the country and you get the opportunity to participate in events, volunteer and stuff, etc., I highly recommend to just go for it. And one of the best things about this, I think, is that because you can mix something that you're passionate with your language learning, that I think you can really just take it to the next level, and you can meet so many like-minded people. I really just think there's so many positives to it. So that's what I want to talk about today. So the organisation that I've joined is called Anonymous for the Voiceless, and what we basically do is it's promoting vegan lifestyle, it's vegan outreach here. So basically what we do is there's events on every month or so, and sometimes at a point earlier it was actually every single Saturday, that we kind of go to the streets of Taipei and we have people carrying TVs with different footage from animal agriculture, and then we basically chat to people on the street and ask them what they think, if it's the first time they've seen it, explain the processes behind what's going on and try and get feedback that way. I think this has given me an absolutely massive range of experiences. So not only have I been able to meet a lot of Taiwanese friends through this, most of my friends here in Taiwan I've met through this organisation, but also because it's outreach, you actually get to speak to random Taiwanese strangers on the street about something that I'm passionate about, and I think that's really, really powerful. So apart from that as well, I've been invited to participate in loads of events. I've even got invited to my friend's wedding, and there was even one time I actually got invited to host an event myself, which I'll talk a bit about in a second. So basically what the event was is one of my friends, Junjun, said, I'm looking for someone to help me co-host this event. We need someone who likes talkers, someone who's chatty and is fine speaking to guests. Do you want to help out? And I was like, okay. Without really having a proper idea of what I was going to, I said, yeah, sure, great, I'll do it. I'll participate. I can help you out. I have no problem. I can just speak to the guests. She said, all you have to do is speak to the guests, check they're having a good time, and check everything's going okay. I was like, no problem. That sounds fine. I can do that. But then, without really much preparation on kind of knowing what was going into, I turned up at the restaurant where the event was hosted. There was about 30 people arrived, and I got handed a microphone, and I was like, what? And then she was like, yeah, well, you didn't think you were just going to be walking around and speaking at the table, do you? So I had to end up going to the front, got given a microphone with my friend Junjun, and we were basically speaking a bit about our experiences doing various things to do vegan outreach, and also about vegan food places, restaurants and stuff like that, and had to do like kind of backwards and forwards between the audience. And I think at the time of doing this, I've only been in Taiwan for about 2 months. I think I'd been learning Chinese for maybe 6 or 7 months total. By that point, so my Chinese wasn't great, and there was even some like I kind of didn't really understand what she was saying at first. She said, oh yeah, you want to introduce 3 things about yourself, what's your favorite food, what's your favorite activity, and something else. I can't remember what it was. And then I was kind of like misunderstood what she was saying at that point, and I was a really awkward moment when I was just kind of standing there not really knowing what to do. And then eventually she just asked someone from the audience, and I was like, oh, that's what it means, okay. And then I kind of realised after I carried on going, and then we went forward with the rest of the event. But by the end of it, I think it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of new friends there, and everyone was saying, how much fun the event was, how much everyone was complimenting me on my Chinese, even though I think it wasn't great at that point. I'm really happy I just said yes and jumped in the deep end. I'm really happy I said I'd host the event. I'm really happy I got involved in AV, and the reason I wanted to try and share this before is because when before I came to Taiwan, I'd done stuff like this in England in English, but it was the first time I'd done anything like this in a foreign language, and I was really nervous the first time I was going to AV, because the idea of I don't like speaking to strangers on the street at the best of times, but the idea of doing it in a foreign country, in a foreign language, about a topic that's as inflammatory as veganism and animal agriculture, I thought, yeah, that's it was really nerve-wracking. But then when I participated after, you kind of, I think it's been so worthwhile, and I think if I hadn't have done that, my time so far in Taiwan would have been completely different. I'd have had much less friends. I'd have, had much less opportunities to expose myself and just throw myself in the deep end. So I really wanted to try and share the story today to hope that if anyone has the opportunity to go abroad, to go to another country, then I highly recommend getting involved in whatever you can, joining organisations, volunteering, and just diving into the deep end and seeing how far you can go, and I guarantee you won't regret it. So that's what I wanted to share today. Again, thank you so much for Aaron for giving me the opportunity to come on and speak about my experiences with this. For anyone who's interested to follow me, you can find me on YouTube. I'm sure Aaron will link my channel in the description. You can just Google Luke Truman and you'll find it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys over on my channel. Peace.